Man, you know what? I don't want to speak for every guy out there, but honestly, out of shape is nothing that you plan on. It's something that just kind of creeps up on you. I was raised by my grandparents in a little small town called Pittsview, Alabama. I grew up on outhouses and well water. They was like, you too young to know that kind of stuff. I'm like, no, you know, my grandparents raised me, man. It was a humble setting, cows, chickens, hogs, the works. That over there was the so-called guest room. This room right here is where me and my brothers slept at. And still, you know, a lot of stuff still down here. You know, it looks crazy now, but only because, you know, it wasn't a hoarding house, but you know, of course it's in the country now. Everybody grown and gone. My grandparents dead. Augusta Williams, they call him Gus. You know, some people that know him real good, they call him Rough Eye Gus. My grandmother was Estelle Henry Williams. They call her Sis. When they drink the wine for communion in church, people you know, they be acting like it's strong or whatever, and she be looking like, y'all ass know y'all had something stronger than that Saturday night. Like, oh yeah, they'll be glad to get some of that. Haven't had that in a while. Curl stretching. I started selling and delivering hair care products, and when baggy clothes was kind of the fashion, you know, nobody knew. I mean, I was able to hide it. I got a picture, and you know, I think it's in my bedroom, in my dresser drawer. Me and my wife, we went to Panama City one year, and you know, I think I was maybe 24, 25, and I looked at that picture, and I was in decent shape. And then, you know, I turned around and I looked in the mirror in the bathroom, and I'm like, man, what in the world, dude? Like what happened? But one of the worst things for a guy, for somebody to crack a joke and be like, dang, you know, James, you know, you look like you 3 months pregnant. You'll laugh that thing off, and then, you know, walking back to your vehicle or wherever you're going, you'll be like, damn, you know, 3 months pregnant, 4 months pregnant. I gotta do something about this. Not being that internet savvy at the time, I was on the internet one night. I said, you know what, I got to find something to do something about this gut. And I clicked fat burners, and actually Blue Star Nutraceuticals popped up. And it's crazy because I was just drawn towards the bottle. Blue Star had a contest, the Chisel Challenge, transformation contest, whatever male transformed their body the most in 90 days, 10 grand. And I was like, shoot, man, I'm already using this product. I need to try that. 30 grams of protein in 1 scoop. So you're bodybuilding, I'll take a little bit extra, about 1.5 scoops every morning after I do my fasted cardio a little bit. I love this. You know what? I didn't figure this out until I was in the gym one day. Boy, these shaker cups got the lock on it. You don't have to worry about throwing it in your gym bag and it spilling everywhere. Unlock it, pop the top, smooth sailing. Gym time, baby. We're getting ready to do it. PPK all day. You never know what a person is going through, and just a few kind words might change a person's whole outlook on life. I mean, you never know, man. That's why I try to be nice to people, try to be kind to people, because you never know what a person is going through. I mean, somebody could be on the brink of suicide and they just wanted you to say hi or hello or whatever the case may be. I hear people all the time talking about how much they love God, but they can't stand a certain person. And you know, to me, how does those two things go together? How can you say that you love God but you don't care about your fellow man? I mean, those two don't get there. So you know, I care about people, man. So. All right, guys. So we here, Max Fitness.
Why I always work out in the hoodie? I don't like being the center of attention. You know, people come in here to work out. They don't come in here to gaze at me. So, you know, I like to be approachable so people can talk to me. You know, a lot of guys that got pro status or whatever, you know, they come in tank tops, their muscles flaring, and guys want to ask them questions, but they be afraid to approach them. So I don't want to be unapproachable, man.
I just overdid it a little bit. And that was a moment where I was like, I can't do it. You know, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm not gonna win. My body was starting to change. People was telling me I look good. So I think I was ego tripping a little bit. So, you know, I got on it hard, man, and, you know, doing something I shouldn't have been doing, you know, almost 50 years old, trying to deadlift 405 pounds. My lower back was hurting so bad, I had to literally lay on the floor to put on my underwear. I still look pretty good, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna stick to the nutrition. So I stuck to the nutrition, I submitted the pictures, and bro, when I got the call and they said, dude, you won.
When you got it coming down, just like that. I want to get your arm up a little bit higher. Look crazy. I just want to get the blue star. Ready? I believed in the brother when he said he was going to go for this competition. Taking that first photo, I mean, if y'all guys could ever look at that first photo, you would never understand what type of work this guy had to put in. He put in a lot of work to be a winner. And I call him the 1 percentile because he's always in that 1 percentile. Some people were just going to quit. This dude is gonna keep on going. The real reason why I know you won, I was gonna win, because the first time you did it, I think you came in second or third. But see, they didn't know how pissed off you were. So I was like, oh shit, y'all done woke up a sleeping giant right there.
Oh my God. Don't come in with the shirt on now. No, he had women running after him.
I've never really thought about being an IFBB pro. I've never really thought about getting on stage. I started training for this pro card. I had one show that I went to in Vegas. Matter of fact, it was before I had to do a shoot. Man, I got up on stage. I looked better than everybody, but you know, it was a younger guy who was a classic guy, and you know, he was doing a vacuum. I wasn't in the masters category. I was in the open category. I still came in fourth. I did good, but I didn't achieve the pro card. So you know what? It was a little disappointing, but it was back to the drawing board. You know, instead of looking at everybody else saying I couldn't do this, and you know, most of the time when you hear guys say, oh man, you know, politics, this and that was just an excuse for losing. And so, you know, instead of making up excuses, I got right back on the drawing board, and my next attempt was gonna be in Pittsburgh. I mean, like 3 o'clock in the morning, I look like a superhero. I mean, boom, lines in, veins popping out. But you're adding carbs back in, you know, you're trying to stay tight, and all of a sudden you start losing your lines, and you're like, oh my goodness. Like, I got on stage, immediately they called me to the middle. When they called me to the middle, I'm like, oh my goodness. They always say if you're in the middle, you won. So I was like, you know, I had to stay tight. I had to hold my pose, because, you know, you can't just go on just because they have you in the middle on stage, because there's still a possibility that the guy to your left or the guy to your right could actually be the one in first place. So, you know, you just hold it. They never moved me. They moved people all around me. They never moved me. They kept me in the middle. And on the top of my head, I'm like, oh shit, I got it. And I stepped off the stage, and you got it. I was like, nah, bro, nah. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, you got it. Man, when they called me back up there, I had it. You know, my pro card, 50 years old in Pittsburgh, man. You know, unbelievable experience. I mean, you've got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You've got to stop thinking that I'll start the next day, because nobody's gonna tell you wait till tomorrow. Nobody's gonna notice that your belly is hanging over. But guess what? Everybody notices when you start looking better. Everybody notices when you're starting to look good. Because you know why people are not gonna notice when you're getting out of shape? Because there's only a small percentage of people that actually decide they wanna do something. So everybody looks the same. You've got to be the one to make the decision to want to change yourself. I did this to myself. I can't blame it on the restaurant that's selling your favorite food. I can't blame it on the grocery store that's selling your favorite food. I can't blame it on the spoon that's putting it in my mouth. I can blame it on myself. So I had to take accountability and responsibility for myself. And the only way I can do that, I had to put the work in. You've got to go all in. There's no such thing as a little bit if you want to achieve a goal, because everybody out there is doing a little bit. I mean, if you want to be great, if you want to be noticed, you've got to do a lot. You've got to do what it takes.
With the personality that James has, he can draw people in because it's mild and it's a patient. That's why people are drawn to him and like him like that.
I call him Champ because, you know, he came in first day #1, so that's Champ.
James came from where he thought he just needed to do something about himself, and he picked up and he went forward and he just kept going, and I said, okay, that's what I need to do. So it's like I need to get on the path of James doing, but I'm so proud of James, what he's doing. James, just want to let you know that I am proud of you. I am your biggest supporter, and I'm here 100%. Whatever you decide to do in life, if you want to take it further, continue with the pro bodybuilding, I'm here to support you. Continue your goals, stay focused, stay blessed, and I love you.
Man, you know what? I think everybody has heard the story. I keep saying it over and over and over. I'm James Johnson. I'm just a regular guy, man, who was fortunate enough to run across Blue Star Nutraceuticals, just searching for a way to look better, for a way to get a little bit healthier. So, you know, like I said, James Johnson, just that regular, everyday guy, man.